With hundreds of thousands of people expected in Titletown for the NFL draft, Brown County is starting to look at ways to battle sex trafficking. Fox 11's Brady Meyer brings us a closer look.
The 2025 NFL Draft looks to bring hundreds of thousands of football fans to Northeast Wisconsin. Consequently, it's likely to create a greater threat of human trafficking.
Our organization did research when Detroit had the draft last and talked with other local nonprofits there, and they saw an increase in emergency hotlines being called and emergency services being needed and placement services as well.
Because of that, Awaken, a sexual trafficking advocacy nonprofit group, is working to increase education before next April. Chief Program Officer Hannah Burkle says it's first important to realize the current reality of the issue in the area.
It happens across socioeconomic, means and different genders and different races.
Now, Brown County too is considering ways to be proactive in combating the issue.
We would be naive to think that it's not right under our nose here, especially with a large crowd of people coming.
County Supervisor Dixon Wolf is pushing for more to be done ahead of the draft.
Possible ordinances, resolutions to possibly crack down on some of the businesses that might be allowing some of these processes to happen.
He's asking the county to look into potential strategies.
I'm someone that's passionate about protecting men, women, and children against the dangers of trafficking. Just urging the department to explore avenues.
That began Monday at a Public Safety Committee meeting where Sheriff Todd Delane addressed Wolf's request.
It's not exclusive to the draft. That's something that we take seriously all the time, and have done proactive measures related to that.
The committee did not make any official decisions other than receiving and placing the consideration on file. In Green Bay, Brady Meyer, Fox 11 News.
Green Bay is on the clock, and Fox 11 has all of your 2025 NFL Draft coverage for you. Just scan the QR code on your screen. That will take you directly to the 2025 NFL Draft section of our website, where you can check out all of our draft coverage leading up to the big event.
Human trafficking obviously happens globally as well as nationally in the United States. And so what we've encountered here in Brown County is more, we've been working both within the jail system as well as with women who can come and just meet there for a safe space. So we're seeing, and we offer services to youth as well. But so we're seeing obviously it happens. I think most people would like to think it's a certain group or, different things that way, but it happens across socioeconomic, means and different genders and different races and different things that way. And so we're encountering more women right now because we're trying to get within the school systems and talk with them to do more awareness and education. And so trafficking is one of those hard topics that if people aren't fully aware of the different things, signs and symptoms to look for, then they are not acutely aware of how to support in that. And they see it youth more as behaviors as opposed to their trauma speaking. And so we're doing a lot to try to get in to do prevention and bring education and awareness. And then we're also right now working we've had some youth, but we've had quite a few women coming and sharing their stories. Those who have gone through that form of trauma, because trafficking, the terminology of that has been more in the 2000s really. So that's become more an awareness that they can finally identify with what has happened to them, the grooming process, the different things that way that they've experienced so much more pain and complex trauma through that. So we're seeing, referrals coming from the jail system as well as from, local partners, different things that way. Yeah, that's a great question. So anytime there's a major event happening in a city, it increases crime. And so part of that becomes obviously the world that we work in sex trafficking and the victimization of that. So we see that both the increase happening with whether traffickers in the local area, making sure that they sadly have availability of women and girls, also boys and men, but we do see higher statistics in women and girls. And so then also I know they've talked about possibly Amtrak, coming from Milwaukee to here, and anything like that for transportation and that kind of thing often brings more trafficking and the victimology of that. And so we are trying to prepare even within the community to possibly start a task force and work with other, local nonprofits. So our organization did research when Detroit had the draft last and talked with other local nonprofits there, and they saw an increase in emergency, hotlines being called and emergency services being needed and placement services as well for those that had been victimized by trafficking. Yeah, I think the more that people can be just educated. So even at our website, there's different media and things on there to help you, both in preventative manners for children and adults, just to look for some of that symptomology of changes in behavior or different things that way. But I think just being educated and looking at different websites to understand better as to what is happening in their local community, I think that would give people, a better awareness, but then also sharing, with whether it's their own businesses, that kind of thing. We'd like to get out and see hotels be educated more so that they know what to look for, so that they can even reach out to law enforcement or reach out to, us or different people in the community who are working to combat that or to support those who have been victimized. So I think a lot of it comes down to recognizing what those signs and symptoms look like, which we have information about that even on our website, but also, they can ask us to come and speak at local businesses and different things to bring more awareness, but making sure that they're educated and getting that knowledge base that then they can prevent within the community. Yeah, we're very grateful because we have a good standing working relationship with the local, Brown County Sheriff's Department, as well as local police departments here in the area. And so we're very grateful for that collaboration, because that really is what will, set the whole Brown County, and our, like right here in Green Bay, just the safety for, our community and the families within our community.